made to me personally just to yell and scream at me.
Shut up.
It was awful.
Fucking
and basically said,
have a Tic Tac and get the fuck out of here.
He basically told me that me and Aunt need to have children so we would have a better understanding of how things work. Now, I always wanted to be a father, so I didn't take his advice. Trust me.
You got a daughter? Fuck.
But he wanted us fired so bad and basically said it on the phone to me. And then Eric Logan, in a way, maybe put his ass on the line, to save us. And then with K-Rock, if a couple sponsors did bail, we were done. But they were able to tell their sponsors, look, this didn't happen here. Everything's going to be okay. And they were thinking, fuck, maybe we could, yank these guys away from satellite and have them full time.
Mm-hmm.
Because at the time we were bringing in some nice ratings, not the ratings. I'm always honest, not the ratings we had at NEW, but we were doing very well for CBS when we were doing mornings for them.
Yeah.
The problem was they were splitting us with satellite, and they needed us full time. And they couldn't figure that out in the end. So,
like you just said, if any more advertisers went, and I think that's what helped. Well, you're right. They told the advertisers, look, everything's okay. It just, for whatever reason, it didn't tip. We got very lucky. Yeah. And I think again, I'm not saying that, I shouldn't have said that the only reason we had the gig was the fans. That was probably wrong and stupid. But the fact is, that might have been, I remember watching those shows and going, I'm so happy somebody is at least making, an intelligent woman is making a point in our defense. There's no one gets that.
I don't want people confused out there. What Happy Typing Girl did for us, I completely appreciate.
And there's a lot of them with her.
And the fans breaking their radios and all that, I appreciate all that, absolutely. All I'm saying is I don't have faith in management. And the day I have faith in management again, I got to walk away, because that's just a dumb thing to have.
I don't either.
Dumb
I
thing
don't
to
either.
I can't really get into it, but we have to do things for this show on Sirius XM that proves that I can't even get into it. Well, you know what I'm talking about, though.
Yeah.
Well, we have to protect ourselves now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
There was a time we didn't have to do that. It wasn't even a thought process.
Yeah.
See, it's got to stay vague.
But I know what you mean, though.
But trust me, we have to do things now to protect ourselves, even though we work for a company.
I just think, to bring it back around with the Dr. Laura thing, I think even though, look, I never liked her. I never paid attention to anything she's rambling about. I couldn't tell you anything. I haven't listened to her. I just see it for face value, and I hate saying that, too. That I think it's a good move. I think it shows, like, fuck you. I do have a fuckload of listeners. I'm not right here on the brink of being fired. I don't think she is.
I don't think so either.
I think, again, with her type of show, it would really come down as a First Amendment issue. She's not doing fucking wacky comedy. And I think it's a brave move to walk away and say, no, go fuck yourself. I'm leaving because I want to be able to say what I want to say without this horse shit.
I hate her because I think that she's a contraption. Like, when those nude pictures of her surfaced, I believe she lied at first. Miss Honest Radio.
Said she had shaved?
No, that wasn't my pussy. It was the big ragu in my lap. But I think that was, and that's why I hated her, because there was photos of her. She's like, no, that's not me, or there's no photos of me. So I've just always had a hatred of her, because to me she's extraordinarily self-righteous and holier than thou. And to me, I think she's a phony. And when she said nigger, I think she had the right to do it, but I watched somebody who I thought was trying to shoehorn it in and then go, what? What did I do? It's like, you weren't trying to be funny. You were trying to shoehorn it in, and it just annoyed me.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Dr. Laura. And I don't think she's... I think I'm right in the middle of what you guys are saying. I'm not a fan of her whatsoever.
Yeah.
But I also think that she's not even close to being fired. Maybe she just doesn't want to do the radio anymore. And she's using this as a way to get out.
As far as what Jimmy's saying, though, I don't know. See, that's just it. I don't know her show enough to know if she was doing that. If she was, like, in context, I heard that call. I know exactly what she was doing during that call. Had she done shit like that before? Was this just this one instance where she thought, I think I got a good opportunity to fucking freak people out and shit? Or was her show like this? I don't know. I don't know.
It'd be you. Here's what I didn't like about why I don't like her. When that woman called up and said, my husband's friends are making racial question annoying. She said a legitimate point. That would annoy me on the other end. If I was white and all these fucking black people, it would annoy me. And then Dr. Laura...
You with a job.
Taxpaying motherfucker. But when Dr. Laura went right after her and started attacking her sense of humor, instead of going, well, that's a legitimate point. And then she's going after HBO and Def Jam. It was like there was something so, like she was looking for an excuse to say this, and that woman's call was her excuse. Because then she goes, if you don't have a sense of humor, don't marry outside your race. What the fuck did that have to do with it?
And in all the years she's been on the air, she's never gotten a call where she had the opportunity to unload like that? Or she just decided on that day she was going to...
Who knows? Maybe she watched some interracial porn. She strikes me as the type who would be... She strikes me as an elitist who would love black dick.
Her point wasn't well thought out.
It stunk.
It really, I mean...
But I don't think she should be fired. I don't want anybody killing me for that. She should absolutely not be fired.
Oh, yeah,
for
of course not. Of course not. Whether I like her or
Hate
not,
her.
I don't think she should be fired over what what she said. She was on Larry King last night, so why don't we roll into this audio?
Why don't we?
I just read that when we came in. That's why she's after the N-word flap. She's got a voice that's a little bit different than what ours was, is the type of show that this show is.
Yeah.
Like, she got a lot of shit from the gays in 2000 when she said that was a deviant lifestyle or it was a mistake. Look at the things this show has said that nobody gives a fuck about because it's a comedy show, or even a show, any other giant show you want to name. They can say, when she says things, people take it very seriously. But when she explains it, they also take it seriously.
Of course. So here she is on Larry King last night.
The one thing you said that was interesting, you said that on HBO, black comics use the N-word.
Rap music.
But Jewish comics can kid Jews. Hispanic comics, George Lopez.
I hate you, Larry King.
Yeah, Larry, you're wrong.
Jewish comics.
Can kid?
You're completely wrong, Larry. When is he retiring?
They can kibitz with each other.
Instead of just admitting, she does have a point about when you say something with melanin, it's taken different. I think her point was valid.
Right.
Kid Jews. Hispanic comics, George Lopez kids Hispanics all the time. Gay comics kid the gay situation.
Kid.
It's okay, isn't it? But not okay when the non-N person uses it.
Jesus.
N person.
So you're saying the non-nigger, Larry?
What's the
Larry
non-N
just said
person?
it's okay when the non-nigger says it, you dummy.
He should have said African American if he wanted to.
The non-nigger.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
The non-N-word
Is
person.
he amazing or what?
What an asshole.
The non-N person. The non-N person. That's what you call black people, Larry.
N person. Look at that N person.
But that's... What a fucking horrible racial discussion that is, just by the language he's using.
And this fucking show is shown all over the world. What an embarrassment to America. People fucking watching this shit. And Larry, that's what Larry thinks of black people.
The non-N person.
N person. An N person.
Yeah, you should say African American. What's
But black.
or black?
Black.
Right,
is
but-
Black
fine.
comedians.
Right. But the non-N person.
Oh, he's awful.
You see how flustered he got? He couldn't figure out what to call him.
Situation. It's okay, isn't it? But not okay when the non-N person uses it.
Well, I was trying.
That is great, you dunce.
I'm going to miss Larry. Really going to miss Larry.
The
King.
non-N person.
Fucking asshole.
I'm just an old K. What do I know? When the Fs, when they're not effing each other in their A's.
And he did say, yes, the gay situation.
Yeah,
You didn't hear that part?
the gay situation.
What's the gay situation, Larry? You didn't hear that?
Look, this gay situation is very touchy.
We might have to start over because gay comics talking about the gay situation.
The one thing you said that was interesting, you said that on HBO, black comics use the N-word.
Rap music.
But Jewish comics can kid Jews. Hispanic comics, George Lopez kids Hispanics all the time.
Yes.
Gay comics kid the gay situation. It's okay, isn't it?
Better
but
than-
not okay when the non-N person uses
N
it.
person.
Well,
I've seen a lot of gay comics, but if you're a non-sea sucker, There's a problem. Comment.
I still don't know the point he's trying to make.
It's an ass.
It's watching someone. That's what a white person sounds like discussing race.
Right.
Scared. Petrified.
Letters
shitless.
and innuendo and dancing around. Instead of saying, look, blacks kid blacks, do you think it's different when you said the word nigger than when black comics said it? How about just being honest? You're on a news show, you fucking asshole.
N-word.
It's not...
The non-N-word person.
God, what a... Ugh.
Yeah.
Yuck. Ugh.
Well, I was trying to make a point to help her about what I felt.
Can you stop
because
that? No, you weren't. You weren't trying to help her, you fucking bitch. You weren't. You didn't even let it. The girl said, the lady said, I'm getting these racial things. And you're like, really? Well, black comics say nigger. Well, what does that got to do with her fucking husband's friends asking her a bunch of black questions? It's annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you.
You phony bitch.
I completely agree.
N person uses it.
Well, I was trying to make a point to help her about what I felt, because that about her hypersensitivity, and in general in America are hyper.
What is she talking about?
There you go. In general, in America, this issue had been bothering Dr. Schlesinger, and she didn't have a place to say it, and she found a little entrance, and she took it. This woman didn't say anything that implied she was hypersensitive.
I have such a hard time taking you seriously with egg on your chin.
Dude, I always have egg on my face. And believe me, it's not egg. Yes.
Hello. I have some on my chin, too.
Do you know what I mean? It's
Not on the cum on my chinny chin chin.
I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow all your friends. By the way, who is your house down? Because I'll blow him too. That's Frank, your house down. He's a German.
I'll huff and I'll puff.
And I'll blow your house down.
Mister, your house down.
I'll put my mouth around the chimney and suck smoke into my lungs. The three little twinks.
I don't know. You know, listening to her, yeah, she sounds a little contrived and phony and all that shit that she's, I guess, been over the years. Like I said, I'm not very familiar with it. But she's got enough plausible deniability here where she'd have squeaked through. You'll squeak by, Spicoli. She's got enough where she'd squeak through. But for her to say, look, I've had it with this shit. I have plenty of FU money, and she's leaving. I don't see anything wrong with that. I think it's great. Good. She's making a point.
She didn't know how to have that discussion because, and my thing is, my opinion of her, we've had plenty of black and white discussions on the show.
No.
I think that, off the air, she didn't know how to have that discussion because she probably doesn't have them with blacks that often. Mm-hmm. It was just a weird thing to listen to because she was not trying to help that woman's hypersensitivity. Because to me, that woman did not sound like a raving lunatic when she called. My husband's white friends looked at me and asked a black question. She didn't say that. She was like, every time they come over, it seemed kind of rational. It didn't seem hypersensitive.
Right.
I don't know. Again, just based on what I know about what we do, a lot of times conversations are very fluid. They fucking go from one thing to another. This woman calling in could have started out as, all right, I don't like the way my husband's friends come over and talk race to me all the time. And then it kind of takes this weird fucking turn, and Dr. fucking Schlesinger,
Dr. Mengele is saying what she wanted to say.
And she, maybe she did have an agenda that day and wanted to get into that area and saw that as an opportunity to kind of change the gist of that conversation. But I don't know.
Sometimes when people, I think when most people are characters like that and they don't speak from the gut, when something finally flies out from the gut, they don't know how to hide how ugly it is. Like, it's almost like if you were just talking about, you're like, yeah, I married interfaith marriage. Say some woman called up, say my husband's Jewish and this and that, and then a minute later, of course we would boo. But it was like a minute later, you talk about the Jews and how they run banking. It'd be like, that wasn't connected to what she was saying. That was just, that just touched off that thing that you were dying to say.
Let's get through this here.
About what I felt, because that about her hypersensitivity, and in general in America our hypersensitivity about race instead of us feeling more like e pluribus unum. And I made it poorly, and so I upset some people. I